this round of Inspired By, we were to be inspired by a piece of art. So I chose a piece by Monet, and I have it at the beginning of the video. I chose this piece because Claude Monet is my absolute favorite artist. I actually have 2 prints of his in my home, and I love him so much. So I chose one of the paintings that I actually have a print of, and I went ahead and started to get to work in my traveler's notebook. I started by putting a nice, heavy, thick coat of Faber-Castell's whipped spackle on the page, and then I laid down my Kuretake watercolors. And so to create my background, all I'm doing is, I think I chose 2 different kinds of blue and purple, and I'm just putting down color, not a lot of water, just a little bit of water and color, and then wicking some away with paper towel, and then adding more color until it's the way that I like it. And that was my husband handing me a drink, which was awfully sweet of him and kind. But you know what? I never drank it. I never even opened it. I was too involved in creating. So yeah, that's what I did. That's what you can see me here, just painting with my watercolors. I just got that brush, that watercolor brush. It's a Winsor Newton watercolor brush, and I got 2 of them. Hold on, I'll get them. I'll tell you what size they are. So one is a size 8 and one is a size 6, and they are Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor brushes, and they were lovely to use on this page. So shout out to Scrapping Wonders, because this is one of their inserts, and it didn't bleed through at all. I did end up, as you can see, putting a little bit of cardstock underneath the page, just so that I could paint straight to the edges without getting more watercolor paint on my table, because as you can see, I already have some there. I am also painting upside down. Yes, I am painting upside down. Why? Why am I painting upside down? Well, that would be because I'm left-handed, and this is the absolute most comfortable way for me to watercolor, is upside down. So I started out trying to be all cool, and I don't need to turn my paper upside down. I can do this, but I couldn't. So I turned it upside down. So anyway, but for those that are left-handed, if you need, if you have trouble with your painting, flip your insert upside down. It's pretty awesome. Works well. So I'm just putting down layers and layers and layers of paint, and I'm lightening places up and I'm darkening places up. And yeah, until I like it, I just kept adding layers of paint. And the fact that I had that whipped spackle on the pages to begin with meant 2 things. It meant that I could put a lot of water down and a lot of layers of paint, and I wasn't going to hurt the pages. It also meant I got this fabulous texture on my travel notebook pages. So now I'm trying to add some greenery. I want to add some little spots of green. So I started kind of practicing and deciding what I wanted to do on the left side. And I knew that I could kind of like cover it up if I didn't like it. And then when I got to the right side, I decided I wanted like clumps of grassy looking things. So that's what I did. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of fix, because originally I had like little stalks of grass that looked a little bit more like what was in the painting I was trying to be that I was being inspired by, but I didn't really like how I was doing it, and I liked the clumpy look. So I went with the clumpy look. So I'm just going to wick away, and since the whipped spackle, which is kind of like a gesso, is on there, it's just like this thick, lovely gesso-y stuff that I love. And since that was on there, I could, it would stay wet longer, and I could wick up the color I didn't like, and then I could, like here, totally mess up and put green instead of blue, and lots of fun things. So I just painted. I took my lovely new watercolor brushes, and I just painted and painted and painted until I liked what I had. And then I cleaned up my desk and I left it off to the side to dry. And I left it actually overnight to dry. And what I decided to do next was I decided to take all of the white flowers I possibly had from the Hazelwood collection by One Canoe 2. And I fussy cut flowers and fussy cut and fussy cut and fussy cut and fussy cut flowers. I actually thought I fussy cut too many, but in the morning when I put the rest of the page together, I didn't. So this is the next morning, and what I've done is I've written my list. So this is my traveler's notebook that I'm slowly but surely working my way through the June prompts for Listers Got a List, which is done by the Reset Girl. She sends them out every month. It's going to take me all of summer to do June, which is fine. I'm just slowly working my way through the list and through the insert. And I'll probably have this insert finished and, June finished by maybe August. We'll see. So this is the June 8th prompt. And so I did all of my journaling, all of my writing on that little card. And now I decided that I wanted to take some of these scraps and create kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it, a place for my flowers to rest, maybe, kind of. I'm just going to take some scraps of the light green paper and this dark blue navy paper, and I'm going to create little shelves, maybe we'll call them shelves, kind of thingies. And then I'm going to put clusters of the white flowers, all the white flowers that I fussy cut, on top of those kind of strip things. Yeah. So I really like how that looks, and now I'm going to fix my camera because I realized the entire bottom portion of it was out of camera, out of the range, out of the screen. And if you were wondering why I was leaving that huge gaping spot up there at the top, I was leaving that huge gaping spot so I could put this huge flower there. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is layer up some of these, more of these white flowers off of some of the, since this was the edge of a page, there was some like leaves that didn't have ends and things like that. And the next part I'm going to do is these smaller flowers. So I have some bigger flowers and some smaller flowers, and I'm just going to create little clusters around my 3, I don't know what to call them, bushes, water grass, yeah, the green spots. And so that's going to complete this lovely double page spread on this traveler's notebook. So what I liked about this, I loved the watercoloring. I loved how it turned out. I loved the texture that whipped spackle gave this particular double page spread. I think this turned out really, really well. I love my inserts from Scrapping Wonders because these inserts that Beth made, they can take a beating. Do you see all the stuff I put on those pages? And so I really, if you are watching all of my Traveler's Notebook artistic creations, then you know that like I'm totally new to this and I'm just playing. I'm learning as I go and experimenting, and I think that this was a really good experiment. I think that this turned out really, really nice. Does it look like a Monet? No. My husband said it does though, so you know what, we're going to take it. And the last little bit is just some puffy stickers because I wanted just a little bit of dimension, but I don't want to bulk my book up. And puffy stickers provided just a little bit of something different. And that will complete this lovely Traveler's Notebook spread. Make sure you go check out all the other girls that contribute to the Inspired By series, Beth and Heather and Megan and Christina, and you can find their channels below, and they have the most amazing projects. Wait till you guys see. Have a wonderful day. Bye.